Hi, welcome back to my channel. So I'm Dr. Joe Kaushik, andrologist who is specialized in penile implant surgery. So today we are going to talk about the Tactra malleable penile implant, which is the company has, which is produced by the company of Boston Scientific, and the company has recently made an advanced model of the Tactra, and I'm going to explain you about this model. So first of all, let me show you the Tactra implant. So this is the Tactra implant. I will open it and I will show you. So this is the Tactra implant produced by Boston Scientific. So this implant, what are the advantages? Let me explain you. So first of all, this implant gives a very good natural feeling because of the double layer silicone coating which is made over the nitinol core. Metalloid means it is not a metal or a non-metal, it is in between a metal and non-metal. So this metal gives a very good flexibility. The nitinol gives you a very good flexibility. So the double layer silicone material will give you a very natural feel of sexual activity. So whenever you have a sexual activity, your partner won't be able to recognize that this is a implant is inside, which means it gives a very natural feel of a natural sexual activity which you had before when you are very young or when you had a very good erection. The sexual activity which you had will be the same after the implant, Tactra implant, which is placed inside. So let me explain you about the tip of the implant. So you can see this implant has a soft round tip, which means it can easily get accommodated inside your glans penis. So this is a wonderful result which will be given by the Tactra implant of a very natural feeling, sexual activity, and the natural feel of the penis will be much greater compared to the other implants which are available in the market. So the next important thing is the concealability of the implant. So this implant can be easily concealed because of the bending of the implant, and it has a very good memory. So you can see I can bend the implant up to 180 degree and it has a very good memory, which you can see. So the implant will be placed like this inside your body, so it can be bent completely down. So whenever you want to have a sexual activity, you can just straighten up the implant and you can go directly for the sexual activity. So this is a very good result which will be given by the Tactra implant. Even the other implants which are available in the market also, they also give a very good result. But one thing I am more impressed by this implant is this implant has a very good natural feel. Let me show you what are the materials which are inside the implant. So I'm gonna cut a real implant and show you what is exactly inside the implant and how the concealability of the implant is made and how the memory of the implant will be made, so that you will be able to understand exactly what it is inside the implant. So let's see in the video. So we can see the laser markings which are provided in the implant, so that we can exactly measure the corpora and we can cut according to the measurement, which is exactly the corporal measurement, and we can cut the implant. So this is a 11 mm implant. So you can see the laser markings from 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 up to 24 the implant will be. So the total implant length will be up to 24, and this will be the rear tip extender, which is for 0, 0.5 and 1 mm which are given for the implant for a better placement of the length of the implant. So let me show you. I will cut the implant and I will show you exactly what is inside the implant, and you all should know that this is a real implant, and when we cut, it is the real implant which we bought it for the full price, and we are showing it to you for you to understand exactly what is inside the implant, so that you will be able to decide which implant you want for the procedure. So this is a 9 mm implant. So I'm going to cut the implant and show you the nitinol core which is present inside the implant. This laser marking is the place where the hinge is present, and this is the place which gives you the best place for the concealability of the implant, and you will be able to bend the implant from this to this place. So let me cut and let me show you exactly what it is present inside this place. So this is a surgical knife which we use to cut the implant. So inside is the nitinol material. So it's making us difficult to cut through it because it's a metalloid. So, but however, I'll cut and show you. So cut through one more. I'll cut and take a piece so that you'll be able to understand the nitinol material. So this is the nitinol material which is present inside the implant. So you can see it, and this is what it gives you the memory of the implant. So whenever we bend in this position, the memory of the implant will be much greater. So as a penile implant surgeon, I will be placing the implant exactly in the junction of the body and the penis, so that at that position you can have the better bending of the implant. So you can see it by yourself how they had made that, and this gives you the best result of a penile implant surgery. So you can see the other portion of the implant. So here this material is not there. This is only the silicone material, and this is the nitinol material. So this silicone material, so you can see the difference between both the portions. So this portion has the nitinol material, and this has to be exactly placed from the junction of the body to the penis. As a high volume penile implant surgeon, I will be able to place this exactly at the portion where you want to bend the implant, so that you will be able to have a better concealability of the implant. So you can see if I bend the implant at this portion, it comes back to the normal. But whenever I bend it at this portion, it will be at the same portion where it is bent. You can see the bending of the implant. At this portion, from this portion onwards, it will be able to bend, but this portion, it will not be able to bend. So you can see it is coming back to its position. So this, as a high implant volume surgeon, when you know exactly what implant you are placing and how you place, is very important for you to have the best natural result after the implant surgery. So you can see how I am removing the nitinol core. So you can see this is what it is inside. This is what exactly it is, the nitinol core which is present inside. So this compound, it's a composition of nickel and titanium, and it is a metalloid, which means it's not a metal and it's not a non-metal. So it gives you a better concealability of the implant. So you can see the double layer silicone ring which is covered with inside the nitinol core. So as I had cut and showed you the implant, you will be able to understand exactly what it is inside the implant, and you can choose your implant wisely for the better result you require after the penile implant surgery. So other implants, they also have a silver wire which is also present inside the material, inside the silicone material, for which they use for the concealability, which I had showed you in the other videos. So the next important thing which we want to know about the implant is the load pressure which the implant should have. So you can see this implant can withstand up to 4 pounds of weight, which can be directly pressed on this implant. So the implant will not bend or it will not break. So for a regular sexual activity, if you are doing in a machinery or any other position, the force which will be used will be around 1 to 1.5 pounds. And if the women is on the top, the force which will be used around 2 to 3.5 pounds, depending upon the weight of the women. If the women is very heavy weight, then the force will be around 3 to 3.5 pounds, which never crosses the 4 pound limit. So this implant can withstand all the pressure which is required for the penile for the sexual activity. The next important thing you want to know is the how long this implant can be bent and made straight. So the company has done more than 1 lakh bends of this implant, which means you will be able to have a wonderful sexual activity of more than 20 to 25 years if you are doing a sexual activity daily in the life, or if you are having the bending position for 5 to 6 times in a day for regularly for 20 to 25 years, the implant has never failed. So this is the very good result which is achieved with the Boston Scientific's Tactra Penile Implant. So as a conclusion about the Tactra Penile Implant, so what all the important things we had that are given specifically for this implant is, this implant gives you a natural feeling and it has a very soft tip which will well get accommodated inside your glans penis. And the next important thing is this implant has a very good load pressure which can be handled by the implant for a wonderful sexual activity, and it has a very good concealability, and the next thing is it is having a very good memory of the penile implant. So these are the things which we usually take into consideration before a penile implant surgery. So how you want the thing. If you want a more natural feel, then you can go for the Tactra Penile Implant. And if you want a very strong, or if you want a very high load pressure, then you can go for the malleable implants. All the malleable implants has a very high, strong load pressure, which can be handled for all the sexual activities. So it is important to discuss with your penile implant surgeon which implant it is going to be used for the surgery and which implant you require, as you will be knowing what kind of sexual activity you would love to have and how forcefully and how much duration you would love to have. So all these factors come into consideration before going into a penile implant surgery. And it is very important to choose your penile implant surgeon, as a high volume penile implant surgeon will be able to place exactly the correct position and the length which is required for your penile for your sexual activity, and exactly what sizes will be required will be determined by your penile implant surgeon before the penile implant surgery or during the penile implant surgery. So this Tactra Penile Implant, it comes in 3 sizes. One is the 9.5 mm, the next is the 11 mm, and next is the one more bigger size, which is the 13 mm. So all the sizes should be with the penile implant surgeon when he is going into the operation theater, so that he will be able to use the size exactly required for you for the penile implant surgery, for you to achieve the best result, and a longer durability of the implant will be achieved by the penile implant surgeon, as he uses the best size and the best length for you. Thank you for watching me in this video, and please subscribe us to watch more videos regarding all the implants which we are going to put in a series of videos. All the models which we have in our hand, we will be using it to show you, so that you can see all the videos and decide which implant will be suitable for you before you go into the penile implant surgery. As you all know, penile implant is not the last resort for the erectile dysfunction, but it is the best solution for the erectile dysfunction. So if you have a penile implant, you can think yourself as a Superman, because you will be able to have a better sexual activity than when you had a sexual activity without the implant. A person with the penile implant surgery or with a penile implant in him will be able to have a better sexual activity and a better sexual life, and he can have a sexual activity whenever he or his partner desires, and nothing else come into the path of your sexual life. Thank you.